welcome to Funtastic Friday here on News Start 93 FM. Welcome back. We're now in our discussion segment, and today we'll be talking to you about our wonderful topic: what truly makes you a Jamaican? So if you were not familiar with what took place, we're gonna go ahead and try and drop that clip in for you.
And I just wanted to just make it absolutely clear that I am indeed born here as a Jamaican. Here is my birth certificate.
It is indeed of concern that it was not until your 40s, when you were becoming a minister of government, that you sought to have a Jamaican passport. It is not your birth that makes you Jamaican. It is the choices you make for your country.
All right, and then the Prime Minister went on to say, well, not because you're born here means you're a Jamaican. So we're going to look into our topic for today: what truly makes you a Jamaican? Before we jump into our discussion, I see some comments coming in on our Instagram Live. I want to big up everybody and thank you for tuning in today inside Funtastic Friday, the Ting segment. We will have reason and go on, yeah? Looking at the comments, Fiona says the food, the language, the music, and most importantly, manners and respect makes one a true Jamaican. Your cultural identity. All right, I like those, very much like those. And we're going to look into more options that would definitely make you Jamaican and which one really matters. Let's take a look. All right, now the question of what truly makes someone a Jamaican goes beyond their birthplace and ancestry. And I think this is what Prime Minister Holness was talking about when he said, it's not just being born in Jamaica that makes you a Jamaican, because so many things can happen after you are being born in Jamaica. And there are other circumstances that you might be born in Jamaica, but you're not a Jamaican citizen. You're not holding any Jamaican citizenship. So it goes beyond birthplace and ancestry. All right, being a Jamaican is complex, but it's an identity shaped by legal definitions, social realities, patriotic expressions, and political participation. So each dimension adds depth to how Jamaicans understand themselves and how others perceive them. All right, Fiona says the way of life. Yeah, the way of life and attitude. So we look at the first thing, we look at socially. What makes you a Jamaican socially? Now, social identity is perhaps the most visible marker of being a Jamaican. The language, the food, the music, and traditions create a shared cultural bond. So this is one of the easy ways for persons to pick up and identify you as a Jamaican, your social identity. Now, speaking patois, eating ackee and saltfish, and celebrating dancehall or reggae are daily affirmations of your Jamaicanness. However, beyond culture, Jamaicans are also known for resilience, humor, and community spirit. These qualities extend across socio-economic divides. Now, to be Jamaican socially is not just about enjoying our cultural products, but also embodying values like resourcefulness, turn your hand and make fashion. All right, creativity and a deep sense of community. Even Jamaicans abroad maintain this identity by forming associations across the diaspora, participating in cultural festivals, and keeping ties to home. All right, so this is usually one of the first ways persons will acknowledge that you're a Jamaican. It's by your social identity, seeing how you carry yourself, what you represent. That is very much a deep-rooted part of what we call Jamaican. So sometimes if we don't see you owning up your Jamaicanness, if you're not proud of the country, I don't think we want to give you the title of Jamaican. It might seem strange, but in my heart, you might born here, but if you don't really are giving no love or no support, or you don't have no belief in the country or no emotional ties or social ties or cultural ties to the country, then are you really Jamaican? We must ask these questions. All right. Fiona dropped some more comments on Instagram Live. Everybody, you can feel free to join in. Just drop a comment on the Instagram Live. If you want to send a WhatsApp message, the number is 876-792-3530. That's 876-792-3530. Fiona says there's a deep connection to the people and the land. A true Jamaican is someone who lives the culture, respects the roots, speaks the language, or tries, and carries that Jamaican spirit, whether by birth or by heart. All right, so have a deep connection with its people and the land. Yeah, so that is, as I said, one of the most visible marker of being a Jamaican: social identity, how you carry yourself and what you represent. All right, now the second way in which most persons might identify you as a Jamaican is patriotically. So, patriotism forms another layer of Jamaican identity. So, your national pride is expressed through symbols like the Jamaican flag, the motto, out of many one people, and national heroes such as Marcus Garvey and Nanny of the Maroons. Now, events like Independence Day and Emancipation Day serve as reminders of shared struggles and victories. So, these are activities that you would participate in as a Jamaican. If you live in Jamaica or you're born in Jamaica and you don't feel any patriotism, you don't feel any interest to go these Jamaican events, these flagship events, these die-hearted Jamaican events, then are you truly a Jamaican? Is it that Jamaica is in your blood, or you just born here? You know what I'm saying? It's more than just born here. All right, so these events, as well as sporting achievements, especially in athletics and football, also spark patriotism. When Usain Bolt or Shelley Fraser Price wins the gold medal or stands up on the podium in the global stage, Jamaicans everywhere feel unified in pride. You must get ready to knock your pot cover them together. Yeah? You must feel ready to cheer on your Jamaican, because it's like it's in your blood. You feel it. You're a part of the country. You're a part of the land, as Fiona said. That is definitely a layer of what makes you Jamaican. So it's not just about just born yourself and just live on your own, practicing American culture, and you don't know nothing about Jamaica. Then are you truly a Jamaican? That begs to we beg to question what's really going on. All right, so patriotism also involves music, literature, and public discourse. Singing the national anthem or reciting the pledge is not just a formality, it's a declaration of belonging. Say, I am a true Jamaican. So people, these are ways people can identify you as a Jamaican. Some of them might not be written on paper, but it's definitely more than what's on just paper. It's what you live, it's what you breathe, it's what you exude that provides us with that love and affection that say, listen me, yeah man, you are one away, you know? Yeah. And then you can join us when we say, we lick about with Talawa. It's a lifestyle that we portray. And it's a deep-rooted culture that we share amongst each other. So people might look at you Jamaican and say, listen me, socially, they can see that you're Jamaican. Patriotically, they can see that you're Jamaican. And there's two more areas that we're going to look at. But I'm going to just look at one right now. And then in the other half of the segment, we're going to look on the other. All right, so we covered socially and we covered patriotically. Before I jump into the third one, let me go ahead and jump over to our Instagram comments. People on the WhatsApp line, 876-792-3530. All right, you can drop your comments there as well. Let's see, another comment coming in. Show out and show up. Representation of the culture is everything. Wherever you go, people of different culture identify us by the richness of its sports, food, people, and music. Yeah man, when you go out, even if you're in a foreign land, people must know within a couple seconds. I don't know, they might see us from afar in our black, green, and gold, and we flag away. Yeah, they might get an idea from afar, but once they come up close, they might say, listen me, you're Jamaican, don't? we need to, exude that little, that big energy that persons can see that we're Jamaican. All right, so we're strong out proud, and we stand out proud. It's about mannerisms. All right, so we look at socially, we look at patriotically. Now let's look at one of the most recent ways that persons see your representation of your Jamaican culture is politically. Yup. So another way of defining Jamaican identity is through political involvement. Now, democracy is Jamaica thrives on citizens' right to vote. Right? So democracy in Jamaica thrives on citizens' right to vote, freedom of speech, and participation in civic life. So a Jamaican who actively engages in these processes, whether by voting in national elections, joining political debates, or advocating for community development, embodies citizenship beyond mere residency. We have one Rudy, long time don't see. Welcome, Hardy Blazers, large up in itself. Welcome. We are in our discussion segment and we're finding out what truly makes us Jamaican. All right, so people, you can't say you're Jamaican and you have no look interest in the voting process. You know, business if a JLP or a PNP. I mean, we understand that it might not be the best choice for you, but choosing which of them is the better is definitely an option that you should take advantage of. You know, represent your country, express your interest in a better Jamaica. That will definitely help you to make your mark. Now, politics also influence identity through representation. Whether one supports the People's National Party, which is the PNP, or the Jamaica Labour Party, which is the JLP, or none at all. The act of engaging in national issues makes an individual part of the country's evolving story. So at some point you must be discussing what's happening in my community. How can I make my community better? What is going on? We need roads, we need this. You must be advocating for your community or even your country on a whole. How can you say you're truly Jamaican and you don't want to see the country get better? Is it adding up? Are you really a Jamaican and you're not interested to see the country get better? So I think these are some of the ways in which we can see a person as a Jamaican, right? Fiona says by the people and of the people gives Jamaicans a sense of belonging. Yes, a sense of belongingness. All right, so people can easily identify you as a Jamaican socially by your social identity, patriotism or patriotically by how you represent, whether it's your pride, the national symbols, or the national celebrations. And person can identify you as a Jamaican politically, your participation and civic responsibility. Are you doing things for your country? Right? You're voting. Are you helping the voting system? Are you a part of the election day workers? How do you play your part to the upliftment of the country? And I think that is even a part of the national pledge. So as a Jamaican, you would have to have declared the national pledge at some time during your life. Are you a Jamaican and you never yet quote the pledge yet? I know most of us are familiar with doing it in primary school. Not so much in high school though, but primary school definitely. At some point, usually probably at devotions. It might not be as often as it used to be, but I do hope it continues where they are quoting the national pledge. Because at the end of the pledge, it says to uphold justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, and let's see here, so that Jamaica may under God increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. So your interest must be in advancing Jamaica, playing your part as a Jamaican citizen. That's national pledge. That's what you pledge to do. So how can you be in Jamaica and sit down and not interested in working or uplifting your country or looking out for ways you can, lend a helping hand? Part of your civic duty, look at community service, helping up around the community, cleaning up, whether it is cleaning up or providing services that will help our young people, homework classes, helping somebody, a sports program, some way in, giving your support to your civic duty of being a Jamaican citizen. All right. So these ways are considered what will identify you as a Jamaican. All right. Now, all of these is a part of Jamaica's evolving story. And these three areas, social, patriotical, political, are usually the popular areas in which most persons consider you Jamaican, are usually the easiest. But another way that you can be considered a Jamaican is legally. Now, this relates to citizenship and constitutional rights. So we're going to look into that when we return from the break. This is the real deal right here. This is where it all breaks down. Legally, are you a Jamaican? What does it take to be a Jamaican legally? And also, what legal action can take away your Jamaican citizenship? What can make you no longer be considered a Jamaican, even if you're born here? We give you these updates and more after the break. Don't go anywhere. Fantastic Friday continues.